Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Gossip Victory NIKKE. So, before we hop into things, yeah, I pretty much waited till the last minute again to do this current event before the NIKKE and Stellar Blade collab drops, which is the actual event drop that actually brings K into the game and officially out of NPC jail. Which I kind of made mention of way back, hinting at there was a possibility that she could come out of NPC jail. So she is in the game, and even if I don't potentially pull for her, which I might not, I'll probably end up using my mileage and such for the upcoming NIKKE X Stellar Blade collab, which of course I still need to potentially grind to get some more gems and potentially increase my chances of getting the three characters for the collab. Which when I do the Stellar Blade collab, I'll pretty much go into more detail of what's going on with that event. But also there was like more or less a collab with like well, it's kind of this baseball sort of collab. So Blanc and Noir each got a baseball themed skin. This is the paid skin for Blanc.
I'll give you luck and victory to go with it.
And then there was actually a 7-day login to where players got a free skin to go with this collab, specifically for Noir. So if we go here, yeah, this is a skin here, baseball cheerleader. Yeah, and aside from the fact that obviously Noir looks great, I mean honestly she looks great in pretty much just about anything. Though I do honestly prefer her OG outfit, even though this outfit is cute. But there's a animation that happens when you do the jump animation, and it's this.
You'll always be with me in Blanc, won't you?
Yeah, it's kind of a little sad seeing her with the little sad face, but she's also adorable. So either way, she looks this is honestly a pretty great outfit, especially for a free skin.
When I'm around you, Pit Boss, I'm not embarrassed about how I look.
Not gonna lie, kind of a definitely a cherry on the top detail when they use that particular sound effect.
You'll always be with me in Blanc, won't you?
So yeah, that skin we got for free. And speaking of skins, there's also a mission pass skin that finally dropped for Moran. So yeah, even though she did miss out on getting a skin during the Beautiful Shot event, which got pretty much a variant for Sakura and Rosanna, Moran at least finally did get an alternate skin. The skin in question, Off-Duty Queen. And yeah, not gonna lie, this outfit for Moran is definitely a glow up.
Faithfulness is the most important quality of a knight errant.
And of course her shooting pose. Yeah, it's like with the whole outfit change, she borderline looks like a whole different character, for sure. But aside from that, in terms of the collab, what I can say is that we are getting Eve, Raven, and Lily. But yeah, I'll pretty much go into more detail with when the collab pretty much goes live. And aside from those 3 collab characters, we're also getting skins for the characters as well. And well, I know I do have just over 400 points for gold mileage, so that's pretty much guaranteed at least 2 of the 3. But I'll probably still do polls on the banners anyway, so that way I can potentially get dupes for the characters. But aside from doing what I can for the collab events, I definitely need to see about hopping into campaign again so that way I can get some more gems. Undisclosed location in the Ark. Perilous Siege safe house. Kay stares down with sunken eyes at the sentence targets brought in earlier. 2 men and 1 woman have their arms and legs tightly bound and tape sealed over their mouths. Scattered around them are various samples of a drug prevalent in the Ark referred to as mist. Kay peels the tape off one in the man's mouth. Please, don't kill me. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. As the man's body hits the floor, it is accompanied by the clink of a shell casing landing. Kay removes the tape from the other man's mouth. So this is how it ends? Getting used and then tossed to the wolves? You don't have a clue, do you? The judges of and Perilous Siege are way worse than us. This statement causes Kay, who was aiming her weapon at the man's head, to pause. At least we're honest about being dishonest. But oh no, not you. You prattle on about justice as if there's anything righteous about this dirty work. The bullet grazes the man's cheek, interrupting his seething tirade. Shut up. Get it over with, will you? Just kill me already. Another casing drops. The man collapses, his face frozen in contorted rage. Kay looks down at the growing pool of blood with dead eyes. No. The remaining woman, who is still tied up, watches with terror in her eyes. After glancing her way, Kay pulls out a phone and dials a number. Before there's even a ring, the line connects with a click. Report. Request for a stay of execution. Stand by. Denied. Execute immediately. And if I refuse? Murmured voices can be heard on the other end. A voice different from the previously monotonous tone is now coming from the phone. It is the voice of an elderly person. Kay, are you listening? X? That's right. I believe this is the first time you've heard my voice. And yet you still recognize me? That's because you're the only one of the upper strata who still seems human. Upper strata? That's a name I haven't heard of. I'll take that as a compliment. However, I believe we have a misunderstanding to clear up. The man's voice immediately drops all pretense of warmth and shifts to a cold and emotionless tone. Kay can feel the hairs on her body stand on end. The judges are a committee. Everyone has an equal say, and therefore all decisions are impartial. However, the letters in our code names also stand for something. To borrow the terminology you just used, one could say we're divided into upper and lower strata, yes. So tell me, what do you think that means? Remember what your name stands for. Accept the consequences of the choice you made. I'm waiting for a response. For the sake of a righteous judgment. The call disconnects. Kay grips the phone tightly and clenches her jaw. Having overheard the call, a look of resignation washes over the woman sitting in front of Kay. Undisclosed location in the Ark, Perilous Siege safe house. There's the sound of a single gunshot. Then the echo of a shell casing rolling on the floor. then several more shots. An interesting song playing in the background. Okay, so I can use Moran, Blanc, Noir, D, and Noir, or Blanc and Noir, D, Moran, and they'll give me a boost, as well as, of course, the counters. Actually, there's one thing I want to... Oop. There's one thing I want to make note of when it comes to K, and that's specifically with her bio. Unlike Captain D, she possesses a gentler sense of justice. She won't kill even a villain if they have done enough good to atone for their actions. So almost kind of a mentality similar to Batman. How she in a way has a no kill policy, but only under certain circumstances.
Do I look like a pushover to you? Huh?
And of course, her shooting pose. But yeah, in terms of pulling for her, she'll probably get skipped, because I'm gonna probably save the gems I do have and use those, and honestly more gems I'm gonna pretty much farm via campaign to see about actually doing pulls for the upcoming collab. Oh, good old Chatterbox. Might as well take him down real quick. But yeah, means I have 400 gold mileage. That's pretty much easily 2 of the 3 from mile exchange alone right off the bat, and I don't have to risk the RNG of the banners themselves. But of course, there is also the factor that I could still pull on the banners to get dupes for the characters, especially since they're limited.
Victory for their subjects is a king's duty.
Though of course, one of the reasons I haven't gotten to this event until pretty much literally the last minute is, well, pretty much the main reason being a shift in work schedule outside of YouTube.
Roger.
Yeah, I'll bring Blanc and Noir, and then let's see, let's also bring in, we'll bring regular D. Actually, I need a burst 1, so let's bring Moran. Okay, so that's a burst 1 and 2 burst 3s. Let's bring along, I guess, Grave. Haven't used her in a bit. It's that peculiar time of day when the weariness of a full and busy day is intermingled. Intermingled with the satisfaction of having spent your time well. Here's today's breaking news. Traces of illegal drug trafficking were found in an office in the ARC's Western District. The building in question was completely destroyed, leading the ACPU to suspect inter-organizational conflict. Things out there are getting grim. I as intermittently watch the TV for a while, then get up to take a shower. However, I sense that someone is already in the bathroom. In the past, this would have caused me to panic. But that was then, and this is now. I smile and open the door. Oh, hi. Oh. Well, hello, Kay. I guess, she's definitely going through some stuff right now. Wait a minute. Is that blood I see trickling from her above her right eye? It looks like blood above her right eye. I want to borrow your shower for a minute. Don't worry, I'll be out of your hair soon enough. Kay's voice seems distorted, and I can see blood stains on her face. So it is blood. I thought so. Are you okay? You're not her, are you? I rushed over to check on her. Take it easy. It hurts. I'm not sensing Kay's usual abrasive energy. First thing first. Let's tend to these injuries. And how do you intend on doing that? I was going to call Mary or Pepper and notify the entire world about Perilous Siege and what we do. Well, don't worry about me. I'm not badly hurt. I just need to stay here for a moment. And then, I'll be fine. Kay. Kay's eyes close as she slumps over, and I rush over to catch her before she falls. Let me get you into the other room. I try to lift her. There. But she's unexpectedly heavy. Careful, I'm on a mission of great consequence. They outfit us with special bodies for such missions. They're completely different from those you pick up without care. When you're out gallivanting with your NIKKE girlfriends. Kate curls up inside the tub. Leave me be. I'll feel better soon, and then I'll be gone. I'm sorry for making a mess of your bathroom. What are you doing? I'm going to stay here until you feel better. Kay stares blankly as I sit next to the tub. Whatever. Do as you please. After responding bluntly, she slowly closes her eyes.
Engaging with enemy. Commander, stay behind me. Enemy down.
How heavy your burden has been.
Is my outfit okay?
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
I completely forgot about getting more entries. I'll do that in a moment. A while later, Kay has managed to clean herself up. I then summon up every last ounce of my strength I have, and attempt to help move her. Phew. Are you okay? Sounds like you're the one who needs to lie down, not me. I'm fine. Just gotta catch my breath. Fine. After giving a perfunctory response, Kate turns her back to me. Yes? I think I've lost my memory. What do you mean? Not quite the same as Arcana. It's not all gone. But there are bits and pieces missing. On top of that, I have no recollection whatsoever of the past week. The last thing I remember is formulating a plan to collect intel for a top-level mission. The next thing I knew, I woke up inside the safe house, and everything in between is a blank. Do you remember how you got your injuries? Not a clue. They don't appear to be severe, and certainly don't inhibit any movements. And don't inhibit my movements. Like Hayes said, the injuries do appear only to be surface-level cuts and scrapes. It's hard to explain. It's like my body's refusing to move. At any rate, that's the situation. I also can't get in touch with any of the upper strata or D. Do you think it could be? I doubt it. If they wanted me dead, I wouldn't be here right now. The judges aren't nearly that sloppy. So what does it mean? Probably just one of those things. Something the judges consider perfectly normal. You don't seem so certain. What other choice do I have? Throw my hands up and wait for things to unfold? I've got to proceed like usual. Wrap things up, leave no loose ends, and deal with any aftermath if and when it comes. Is that how you usually operate? Yes. Perhaps feeling a bit more energized from our conversation, Case sits up on the bed. Speaking of which, heading back to work? You catch on quick. I guess. Humans aren't intuitive creatures after all. Yeah, but I'm not so sure I want to get used to what's going on here. Who is it? Take a guess. Just a moment. Tell her to come in. She already knows everything. Alright. Come in. So this is pretty much 2 events in a row where Arcana makes an appearance. Good. Arcana walks in with a beaming smile, then promptly spins around upon seeing Kay. You two go ahead and have fun. It's fine, come on in. Sorry, but I kind of hope to be just the 2 of us being intimate, whispering sweet nothings to each other and all that stuff. Is that what you think? After a while, Arcana finally calms down and explains why she came. There was a break-in at the library? The Forbidden Library, to be precise. My room isn't the only entrance into that place, you see. Normally, they're tightly sealed, but Arcana shows us a picture of a metal door that's been split open like a sheet of paper. One of them ended up like this. You call that a break-in? I know, the word barely does it justice. The other thing is that the alarm never went off. I only discovered it when I didn't have anything else to do. I mean, when I was making my rounds. Kay and I exchanged a silent glance. Let's go. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah. A break-in at the Forbidden Library and the memories of a perilous siege member mysteriously vanishing? There's no way it's all a coincidence. Did you say you lost your memory? I've got a great method that works for me whenever my memory gets wiped. If you want, I could keep it to yourself. Oh, okay. Let's head to the library. After this battle and or cutscene, that'll all see about getting those entries.
Got to protect my sister.
Let's get back to our daily lives. Cinderella will be waiting for us.
I stood for life, I don't believe in my first fight.
Alright, so let's see about getting these entries. And of course, the memory film. Arcane takes us to the scene of the crime. A bulky iron door thicker than my body has been torn apart like a piece of cloth. Is this passage normally unused? I personally don't use it, no. But others do? During emergencies, yes. Arcane glances over at Kay, who is examining the door. You mean... Yes. This passage is occasionally used by members of Perilous Siege. It's connected to the path that I usually take. Neither I nor anyone else uses it often. So we employ additional security measures to keep an eye on it. Did you report it? Yes, as soon as I saw it. But for some reason, I haven't received any response yet. I started wondering what I should do, and then I figured that since you're connected with this place as well... That was smart of you. I'll ask the higher-ups myself. Wait. I suddenly remember Kay mentioning how she was unable to reach D. No answer. For D, you mean? She's probably on a mission. She's always hard to get a hold of. Really? She always answers my calls. Maybe she's more proactive about answering calls from her husband? I don't think that's it. Anyway, let's go inside. Inside? Whoever did this didn't do it because they were bored. They were looking for something. That's true, but... Is there anything missing from the archive? I checked the highly classified materials first. And luckily, nothing is missing from those. I didn't have time to look at other materials. Then we can look together. Good idea. If we figure out what's gone missing or what's been damaged, that might clue us in as to who the intruder was. Kay pushes the iron door further open for us to go in. Let's go. The passage eventually intersects with the corridor leading to Arcana's room. Upon arriving at the Forbidden Library's reading room, we commence our search. Not long after that... Well, that was less a hassle than I thought it'd be. This room holds the documents that were one level below the most highly classified materials. I've already checked them. I see a wooden door which resembles the one I saw before leading to the room where the God Squad records were housed. On it, there was a sign that reads S1452 along with a crude lock. It's open. You're right. The faint musty scent of old books wafts through the crack of the open door. What kind of records are kept here? That's where the records pertaining to Perilous Siege are stored. What? Let's go inside. Inside, the room is in complete disarray. Oh my gosh. Those wicked thieves, they made a complete mess of the place. Arcana hastily begins picking up the books scattered on the floor. Forget about those for now. More importantly, it looks to me like some of the books are missing. But what? Just as Kay said, some sections of the shelves are noticeably empty. Do you have any idea what those missing books were about, Arcana? Well, the records here are usually redacted before they get to us. They are? I told you before. The higher-ups sense them. Oh. But I still remember some of the titles. Let me see. Arcana examines the gaps in the shelves. Looks like they're mission records for 2 members of Perilous Siege. So the Forbidden Library was broken into, and records related to Perilous Siege have gone missing. Meanwhile, K has been injured and lost her memory, and D is completely MIA. This isn't good. This might go deeper than we initially thought. Well, that's ominous. What was that? Is there some kind of construction going on? I heard they were expanding the Forbidden Library. Yeah, but that's not set to start for a while. Let's check it out. We hurry out of the room to follow the continuous thudding sound. Yeah, not gonna lie, that sound was definitely ominous. Very ominous.
Let's go, guys.
One thing I want to make mention of when it comes to the collab characters, Eve, Lily, and Raven. Unlike previous collab characters where they were where they had the Japanese dialogue, in this collab they actually have English dialogue. There's actually more or less like brief videos on the English NIKKE Twitter that actually showcases them with one of their voice lines slash tap animations, and yeah, they have English dialogue. So with that being the case, this may actually be the first ever collab that actually is fully voiced. And if that's the case, that's awesome. As we run, the noise continues. When we arrive at the main reading room of the ARC library, we find what seems to be the source of the noise. It's Moran. Oh jeez, sorry about that. Moran is desperately trying to straighten the bookshelves, which have fallen over like dominoes. Did she accidentally bump into the bookshelves and cause multiple of them to fall over? I feel like that's what happened. Oh man, how am I gonna clean all this up? Moran? Cadet? Are you here to help me? How thoughtful of you. That's a cute expression. So I can either ask what she's doing here or ask what's going on with the outfit. Let's go with the more obvious one. What's going on with your outfit? My outfit? Moran looks down at her clothes. What about it? I've never seen you wear that before. Oh, what I usually wear is the Peony Association traditional garb, but this is just casual wear. Casual? This? Casual? To be fair, I think her default outfit is what I've considered casual, because literally we've practically seen her in no other skin. I don't deserve to wear the Peony Association uniform now. Don't deserve to? Why? Anyway, for the research that I'm doing, it's important that people don't know that I'm from the Peony Association. What kind of research would necessitate... Oh. What else? 6-0. Have you made any progress? Moran pulls out an envelope from her pocket. What's this? Mist. Oh, the illegal drug. What is she doing with that? This is the room I used to this is the room I used for brief breaks. Make yourself comfortable. Arcanian leads us to a small room connected to the librarian's desk, whereupon Moran, Kay, and I all sit down. You said your name was Kay? Does Perilous Siege have an interest in this as well? That's none of your business. Then I won't share any information with you either. Cadet, let's talk in private. Moran stands up. Sit down. Don't tell me what to do. You little... Both of you, calm down. Didn't Rosanna mention something before about Underworld Queen and Perilous Siege not getting along? Why would we get along? Why would we get along with scum like them? They say they punish evildoers, but everyone in the underworld knows the truth. The only people who get a bullet to the head are those who get in the way. We punish those who do wrong and make them pay the price. That is the only path to true justice. Don't talk to me about justice. Yeah, don't talk to me about justice. Okay, not gonna lie, with Kay's recent statement, that's borderline seems akin to pretty much the mindset of Akainu from One Piece. What you do is the furthest thing from just... Enough, both of you. Moran, can you tell us what you found? We're in a bit of a tough situation now, and any information you have could be helpful. Fine, I'll tell you, but only because you're the one asking. Moran sits back down and pulls out a small notebook. According to a recent lead, I found out that mist is being distributed again in the Ark. Again. I did everything I could to track down the suppliers, but it was like they vanished into thin air. I'm telling the truth. I hid myself out of sight and waited for them all to head into their hideout. Once they were inside, I raided the place immediately. But when I did, no one was there. Could there have been a secret passage of some kind? I checked for that too. I ran over that place like with a fine-tooth comb and smashed everything, but didn't turn up anything. Could it be... Here's today's breaking news. Traces of illegal drug trafficking were found in an office in the Ark's Western District. The building in question was completely destroyed, leading the ACPU to suspect inter-organizational conflict. So that was you? Huh? What was that? Nothing. So you came to the library to investigate further? No. I ended up apprehending the criminals. They had some mist on them. What? But I don't know what happened. I was chasing after 3 people, 2 men and a woman. The people that Kay executed. The 2 men disappeared, although I have no idea where, and only the woman was left. Wait. Kay, who had been listening silently until that point, interrupts Moran. 2 men and a woman, you said? Yeah. Do you know something? Kay clutches her head. Kay? What's wrong? Are you hurt? I didn't know Perilous Siege had feelings. Don't worry about it. Just tell me more about the 3 people you were tracking. You said there's only 1 woman left? Yeah. But something bad must have happened to her. She was totally out of it. She kept rambling and saying something about killing her friend. She kept rambling and saying someone killed her friends. I was barely able to get a coherent sentence out of her, but finally managed to get a rough description of who killed them. I wrote it down and came to the library to try to find more information. Why the library? I'm sure the library has that kind of information. I'm not so sure about that. What? I thought you could find anything you needed at the library. Anyway, now that I met up with you guys, it doesn't matter. Should I just tell you the description? Please. Ahem. Moran clears her throat and flips through her notebook. Female with long black hair. It wasn't possible to ascertain whether she was human or NIKKE. Not much to go on. Exactly. Even amongst our small group, you and I already matched that description. Is that it? Of course not. Next, she had a gun with spikes. A kind of pistol, or maybe a submachine gun. A gun in any case. Don't look at me like that. There are lots of other guns with spikes out there. Is there any more? Keep going. That's all I got from her. Figures. Oh wait, there was one more thing. I just forgot to write it down. Apparently, the woman was talking to someone on the phone. It said something about refusing to carry out an execution and then accepting a choice. A whole bunch of ominous stuff like that. Then, something about a righteous judgment and, some others to... What did you say? Oh. Kay's kinda more pissed. Kay grabs Miranda's shoulders and glares at her. What did you just say? What's gotten into you? Miranda, can we talk with that woman now? Sure. I told her to go lie down for a while. I can go wake her up. Let's go. Let's go quickly. Lead the way. Okay. Damn. What in the hell is going on?
Stay safe. Don't die out there.
Almost kind of curious as to what the heck happened with a woman that was still remaining, because there were clearly bullets shot. There was clearly gunfire, and yet she's not dead. So
Cinderella will be waiting for us.
Brian takes us to the point where the outer rim and arc are partitioned. This is it. I ring the doorbell and wait for a moment, but there's no sign of anyone inside. I ring the bell a second time, but nothing happens. Could she have left and gone somewhere? Step aside for a moment. Why? That woman was in no state to go anywhere. That tells me... Huh? I thought your brain was a useless lump, but you're pretty sharp. Guess Underworld Queen isn't so bad of a bunch. Guess Underworld Queen isn't so bad for a bunch of lousy chumps. Wow, I had no idea you were capable of complimenting someone. Maybe you're a better person than I thought. You stay here and look after Cadet. I'll go inside. Moran easily breaks down the flimsy door and steps inside. Soon after, we've got a small problem, Cadet. Come inside. Damn. Alright. Lingering inside the room is a scent I've smelled a few times before. The pungent, metallic scent of blood. Wait. Did she get attacked or something worse? Not only that, she's dead. Okay, what happened? The body of a woman lies on the floor. I was holding myself back earlier because it's you. But this changes things. Now we've gotten involved in this. What in the world is going on? I'm sorry. I didn't know when was the right time to fill you in. I begin to explain everything to Moran. From Kay losing her memory to the Forbidden Library being infiltrated. All the while, Kay silently examines the dead woman's body with sunken eyes. I had no idea it was this serious. I'm sorry for getting you mixed up in this. Now, wait. Just a minute, let me think. Moran closes her eyes for a few moments, then reopens them. Fine, I'll help. So 2 questions. Either are you sure, or what about 6 of them? It's okay. I hit a wall with that anyway. Once I finish helping you and Kay, you two can return the favor and lend me a hand. Okay, thanks, Moran. No need to thank me. What are friends for? Are you two done? I hate to break up the love fest, but perhaps you could spare a moment to look at this. Sorry, I'm finished. What is it? Look at this. Kay points to a wound where the blood is slowly congealing. Does this wound bring anything to mind? While I haven't seen many corpses in my lifetime, this injury does seem familiar. It's a gash, one which seems to have been caused by a knife or some type of heavy blade. Like an axe, for example. Wait. So does that mean D killed her? No way. Just then, footsteps echo behind us. Oh, it is D, but she's not in her killer wife attire. D, did you do this? D doesn't answer and continues walking towards me. Hold on a minute. Why don't we keep our distance and talk this through? Sensing the tension, Moran steps in front of me, but... Take this. D hands me a phone and steps back. A phone? Why would you... Answer it. Okay. As soon as I press the button, a cold and inorganic voice emerges from the speaker. Who is this? 7? Or I guess VIII? I guess? I mean, it looks like the Roman numeral for 7, so...
I'm not
I don't know.
so long as Noir is here with me.
I've got this.
But whoever it is, it definitely has Kay scared. So it's gotta be someone
Let's get back
serious.
to our daily lives. Cinderella will be waiting for us.
The judges. D, return to your mission. Yeah, she seems reluctant to. Yeah, D bites her lip and briefly glances over at Kate as she heads out of the room. At the doorway, she stops short and stands beside me. Please help her. I have a mission for you. It's something you're already quite familiar with, so no explanation will be necessary. Wait, before that, I'm not taking questions. Justice has no place for it. What? We judges pass judgment. We embody justice. We are justice itself. Yeah, definitely it seems like mentality akin to, pretty much akin to a Kainu or even, Rob Lucci. Pretty much another, pretty much a justice-obsessed, character, but not so much part of the Marines, but more so part of, pretty much like a kind of special agents that work for the world government. You must follow and respect this. You are the Ark's salvation, and humanity's as well. You must become an infallible, unwavering symbol of righteousness. All of your past verdicts were the foundation. Those made in the future will be the harvest. And this judgment will be the turning point. A watershed moment, an inflection point, a divergence. The moment in which you realize the true meaning of justice. So make your judgment. Deny all falsehoods. Eradicate evil. Uphold justice. That is your role and your duty. It is your destiny. The voice brims with more than mere conviction. It seethes with madness. I only now realize that I haven't moved this entire time, and it's only with considerable effort that I can open my mouth to speak. Who is the target this time? Who do you want me to pass judgment on? In response to my question, 7 lets out a sigh that seems both regretful, yet also self-satisfied. The target this time, 7 indicates the target, is me. Say what? Okay, I was not expecting that. Are you sure this is the right way? Cage does not respond to Marian's question. Hey, is this the right way? Most likely, yes. I have a rough idea where the safe house is, so I'll take the lead. Alright. Watching Kay suddenly bite her lip reminds me of what just happened. The target this time is me. What? Judges are the embodiment of justice. And so we must always be just. But I have lost my way. The righteous path which I tread has become one of evil. My position can only be inhabited by one with an infallible sense of justice. And so, I must be judged and face judgment. What in the hell is this? You're telling me a judge, one of the upper strata, is the target? And they're the one putting out a hit on themselves? What kind of insane... You already know the answer to the question you're about to ask, Kay. What? You may know the answer, but you no longer have the privilege. A puppet is not entitled to uphold justice. Is that because Kay is a NIKKE? It's nothing so banal as that. Kay has failed us. She has forgotten her mission. She has forsaken the name which was given to her. She has failed time and time again, and become little more than a hollow puppet. What's this? A key? Kay vacantly pulls out an old key from her coat. That will tell you about the path you've walked. It will reveal the truth and the facts. It will reveal my beliefs and my will and my sense of justice. Kay. Kay clenches tightly into the old key in her hand, to which there is a tag attached which reads, Top Secret Archive S1452. It's the key to the same archive that was broken into.
Watch over me.
Interesting.
Reload. How heavy your burden has been.
Did you see me out there? I did great.
I'll share my luck with everyone.
Yeah, with pretty much most of my squad at level 220,
Enemy down.
we're pretty much taking out these fights really quick.
Block no matter what happens.
Yeah, pretty much all the enemies that serve on the boss are getting one-shotted.
As long as we're together, I will never fall.
We arrive at the Perilous Siege safe house located within the Ark and open the door. A panoply of books, which have clearly been taken from the Forbidden Library, lie scattered around the safe house. Kate doesn't so much as flinch at the sight. It's as if she was expecting it, or already knew. Aren't those the records that were missing? I think so. I pick up one of the books. Mission code K53, declassified. Target redacted. Assignment of judgment regarding redacted. Redacted emerged as a major political figure amidst the chaos that spread during the evacuation to the Ark. He initially appeared upright and honest, but he is now believed to have become intoxicated with power and is planning to overthrow the central government. Refer to attached evidence and conduct further investigation before delivering judgment. For humankind, may justice prevail. This must have been K's mission. Mission code D77, declassified. Target, Bright Squad. Assignment, gather intel on Bright Squad. Frequent injuries and mission delays have been reported within the squad. Intel suggests the squad leader could be deliberately sabotaging missions. Infiltrate the ranks, go undercover on a mission to the surface, and gather intel. If the squad leader is determined to have been corrupted or otherwise overtaken, pre-authorized for immediate disposal is granted. Or pre-authorization. If not, focus on intelligence gathering. For humankind, may justice prevail. D. More and more similar entries appear in the books. Cadet, I think you should take a look at this. I opened the book Marine handed it over to me. Mission code 7-1, declassified. Proposal for uploading justice within the Ark, or proposal for upholding justice within the Ark and across humanity as a whole. Within the insular society of the Ark, the activities of Perilous Siege proved remarkably effective. All traces of evil within the Ark were soon eradicated. However, evil is the darker side of the coin which must exist for justice to persist. Therefore, a proposal to maintain justice and oversee Perilous Siege has been drafted, which can be seen below. 1. Formation of slums. Originally intended for formation of minor criminal organizations and other forms of social instability, but determined to be unnecessary due to the current structure of an atmosphere of the Ark. Priority downgraded. Only periodic monitoring required. The Outer Rim. 2. Formation of pro-rapture radical group. No. Heavenly Ascension? Public awareness of raptures continues to decline. The attached survey suggests this is due to the fact ordinary citizens rarely encounter raptures personally. Therefore, pro-rapture radical groups are to receive clandestine support to increase awareness and foment hostility towards raptures from the general populace. 3. Conduct surveillance on Redacted. Redacted is a powerful tool, but may fail to understand the judge's concept of justice. As such, it is necessary to, through the use of up-to-date research and indirect means discovered by Redacted, find a way to prevent Redacted from being an impediment in any way. On July 22nd, X recommended a candidate for this plan. She is a skilled hacker operating under the codename 000000. Proposal passed with 6 votes in favor and 3 against, excluding the proposer. Covert contact underway. I certainly didn't expect that name to show up here. Neither did I. Wait. Oh. That could be 60, the name that was mentioned. So it could be 60, actually. But at least we found a lead. I can finally face the Peony Association again. Okay. Kay drops the book that she was reading and starts to tremble. Are you okay? As I move towards Kay, I catch sight of what was in the book that fell to the floor. 7-1 mid-report. Mission success rate for general agents and NIKKEs is under 50%. The plan itself is sound, but the method is flawed. Therefore, 1 NIKKE from Perilous Siege will be deployed on mission 7-1 as a parallel agent. Codename K gladly accepted the mission.
I won't let you get away.
I'm a tad lost as to what could that mean, but I'm sure we'll find out.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime, anywhere.
Oh, so that's what he looks like. Devil looks like a rich douche. Have you reviewed everything? Yes. We have high expectations for you. That means you have a great responsibility. It's to carry out justice, isn't it? I've been doing that all along. I know the weight of this burden. Confidence is good, but it won't be enough. Then what more is needed? Conviction. An unwavering belief that the path you are walking is righteous. There must not be a shred of doubt. Without such conviction, I cannot entrust this mission to you. I thought you were going to say something else. You think I don't have conviction? Do you think I could have done what I've done without it? At any rate, I've seen that they're expanding the library, storing even the most minute of details. That's because records are important. Our mission is to establish a universal form of justice, one which all of humanity can share, recognize, and follow. Spare me the linguistic gymnastics and just let me do my thing. I'll show you what justice really is. And I'll do it by any means necessary. Understood. I remember. So that's what happened. I was just a puppet. Completely hollow inside. I didn't have a clue. All I was doing was dancing to someone else's tune. There's nothing righteous about that. Okay, it's not your fault. The judges erased your memories so they could use you. What difference does that make? What does it change? It doesn't wash my hands out. It doesn't wash my hands of the blood I spilled for no good reason. It doesn't change the fact that everything at which I believed was justice instead was evil. Miranda slams the book she was reading to the floor. Would you can it already? What? Get over here. Miranda grabs Key's arm and drags her out. What the? How come you're so heavy? Where are you going? I have something to show you. What is it? My interpretation of justice.
Watch over me.
It's like, yeah, even though Sakura, Rosanna, and Moran do kind of do work pretty much within the outer rim of the arc, or more or less, they're pretty much involved in the criminal underworld, but even so, they're pretty much,
Cinderella will be waiting for us.
from what I understand, they pretty much do it just so that they can, pretty much stop the imminent danger that could happen to the arc before it actually happens. So if there's any kind of shady criminal activity going down, then Rosanna, Sakura, and Moran are pretty much there to put a stop to it. Moran ends up taking us to Fog Hollow. Never heard of that place. Oh, I remember seeing this guy before. I want to say this guy, I think it was from a scene involving, I believe, chapter maybe like 22 or something like that. But I think he briefly shows up in it. And he's, I want to say this guy is more or less Moran's like right-hand man in a way. Hard to say. But he definitely looks like he kind of came out of maybe like one of the Yakuza games in a way, given his attire. I forgot to read that. Huh? Moran? Didn't I tell you to take it easy? What are you doing here? I'm just stopping by. After a brief chat with Moran, Jin leaves and Moran turns to us. Here, look. Look at what? That. Moran points at the villagers working in tandem with members of the Pioneer Association. Yeah. Of the Pioneer Association. Moran points at the villagers working in tandem with members of the Pioneer Association to rebuild the town. I still don't get what your point is. Get a good look. Alright. Get a good look? Alright, on to the next place. Moran once again grasps Kay. This time, she drags her to a small hill overlooking Fog Hollow. Look here too. Moran points to what appears to be dozens of graves. Tell me when you've gotten a good eyeful, then I can start talking again. What is it that you want to say? Moran doesn't answer, and instead picks up a bottle of alcohol and places it in front of a grave. She slowly weaves her way through the cemetery, pouring a bit of the liquor over each grave. Did you see that? Alright, then I'll start. This is my definition of righteousness. What? You should know. You should know, alright? Maybe you don't maybe you don't because your memory was erased. Let's see, you should know. Alright, maybe you don't know, maybe you don't because your memory was erased? Your memory was erased. Anyway, this is what I consider righteous. No, I remember. Less than 10% of the original residents here survived. What are you talking about? They're not dead. What? Cases of the graves bemused. They're alive in here. Moran points to her own chest. They're alive in their hearts. Everything comes at a cost. When something is rotten, it has to be pulled out by the root. These things are true, but even so, that doesn't mean you can cut people out of your life and act as if they never existed. That's not how it works. I was wondering when you'd finally get to the point. You call that righteousness? I call it hypocrisy. I wouldn't know anything about that. It hurts my head to think about it. But I don't regret it, not one bit. Destroying this village was something I had to do, and now I carry those people in my heart. It was something that I had to do as a human being. We must fix what is wrong. Or rather, we can fix it. If you step down the wrong path, you can always turn back around. If something is unjust, then you make it right. If we keep doing that, then we believe that we'll make this world a better place to live in. To me, that is what justice means. Never seen this shot before. I'm not sure if I know what being okay feels like. My life's been hard, and always will be. It's heavy, but I'm holding up. I believe that I'm doing the right thing. I believe that I'm making this world a better place. It's what makes me able to endure it. It's okay. So Moran kind of shares kind of a similar mentality as D. Well, I said my piece. I'll go and help the others with the repairs. Thanks, Moran. We're very grateful. Not as grateful as I am to you. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have known what to do next. Anyway, let me know once things are settled. I'll continue my investigation. What do you think of what Moran said? Hearing footsteps behind me, I turned, thinking that Moran came back. Oh. Well, we get to see him in color now. Do you leave something but... Huh? It's time. Pass your judgment. Yes, it is me, 7. The evil which you must judge.
I'll share my luck with everyone!
Kinda interesting they just all of a sudden showed up out of the blue.
I've got this.
What happened?
How heavy your burden has been. As long as we're together, I will never fall.
7 frowns at K. You're breaking down faster this time. Are you the one who erased K's memory and used her? Yes, I am the one who erased her memories. I gave the order and granted her plea. What do you mean? I'm afraid you've been mistaken all this time. It wasn't me or anyone else who chose to erase Kay's memories. It was her own decision. Becoming an agent of justice. Becoming a puppet under our control. Erasing her memories. It was all Kay's own choice. And this time, she even tried to eliminate herself. Of course, an agent of justice cannot be undone by a weapon crafted to uphold justice. Even if that agent is a pathetically faulty instrument. So that wouldn't be before. Neither a pawn nor agent of justice is permitted to take their own life. That's right, Kay. Your life is no longer your own. You have relinquished control over even that. Kay grits her teeth and lowers her head. The puppet show ends here. I must say it made for an excellent prelude to the final judgment. Now then, are you ready? You have already seen the truth. How the once glorious institution of justice fell. It sank into the mine only to be tainted, or into the mire, only to be tainted and become evil. All of the pieces are arranged on the chessboard. All that remains is for you to decide. So, for the cause, and to choose the new king. Pass your judgment. My phone abruptly starts ringing, startling me. Seven, however, looks at me unaffected, as if he had been expecting it. As I pick up, I hear a man's voice on the other end. Hurry up and decide. The stage is set, and the conditions are already met. We may have skipped a few steps along the way, but the end result is the same as it always has been. Now, make your choice. Who are you? Oh goodness me, I'm getting ahead of myself. Forgive me, it happens once you reach a certain age. It's a pleasure to meet you. Let's see. If I were in your position... I'd have you call me X. The person that contacted K earlier.
How am I supposed to fight in this outfit? I need to protect Locke no matter what happens.
Reload.
Let's get back to our daily lives. Cinderella will be waiting for us.
Alright. Last bit before hard mode. I'd have you call me K. Now, getting back to what we were discussing. I'm sure you're used to situations like this, but by now, choose. In the name of justice, deliver your judgment to the one before you, whom you deem unrighteous. I refuse. Oh, and why is that? This time it will be different. I won't get involved in this ridiculous political game. A political game, huh? I suppose is not entirely incorrect. Very well then. Allow me to help you come to a decision. As soon as K is finished speaking, or as soon as X is finished speaking, 7 pulls out a handgun from his coat and aims it at K. Small word of caution. Don't think for a second that I'm bluffing. It's a master's duty to be willing to put down a mad dog which could go wild at any moment. You son of a... He stares emotionlessly at the gun pointed at her. Now, it's time to make a decision. So, what's it going to be? Which one of the unjust will you judge? So, I either kill 7 or rescue K. I'd rather rescue K. For the sake of a righteous judgment. 7 lowers his weapon and without a moment's hesitation, turns on himself and pulls the trigger. This is insane. A splendid choice. Or perhaps I should call you 7. What? A job opening just came up. In light of the judgments you've made up until now, we have decided to offer you 7's position. There's something strange in X's voice, which makes me feel uneasy, although I can't quite figure out why. You're standing at another fork in the road. Accept or decline, a binary decision. But is it really? People often delude themselves into thinking that they've made a choice. In most situations, however, everything is already predetermined, including the options available to them. People simply trick themselves into believing there's an alternative. All decisions by the judges are made by vote. Don't get the wrong idea. It's true that we did manipulate you, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a loss for you. Some food for thought, don't you think? I've recently come to know one of the judges better. I understand how confusing, even frustrating this might be. Nevertheless, set aside your youthful bluster for the moment. Suppress your emotions and think rationally about which path benefits you the most. That is the only way you can achieve your goal, I promise you. Can I ask something? By all means. The decision to have me join the judges, was it unanimous? I'm fairly certain I know at least one member who would oppose to it. Aren't all decisions made by the judges supposed to be unanimous? X remains silent for so long that I begin to think he has hung up, but then he lets out a deep sigh. I knew it. I was too impatient. I figured that slight nudging and persuasion would be insufficient. At some point, X's voice has changed and now resembles that of the friendly elderly man next door. Allow me to make a correction, first and foremost. Unanimity isn't always mandatory for us to make decisions, or unanimity isn't always mandatory for us to make decisions. Sometimes majority votes are sufficient. A single person can even push a resolution through, albeit at a great political risk. And to that end, I must admit, this was a decision that I made on my own. But as you can see, it failed miserably, so I will have to lay low for a while. I know what you're thinking. Why is he confessing all of this to me? The moment doubt rears its ugly head, it's already over, and is simply a matter of time until the truth is uncovered. Like with K, what do you possibly have to gain by roping me in with the judges? A formidable successor whom I can entrust the future with, in the future too. What? Have you not been listening to me? I don't have much time left, but the Ark is still in dire need of justice. I must impart my knowledge to the successor while I still can. However, in attempting to do so, I have been dealt a fatal blow. What a disaster. You say that, but you seem quite happy. Of course I am. My successor has grown up splendidly, without me having to teach him anything. While we're on this subject, you should consider having a child at some point. After retirement, doting on grandchildren is all we old folks have left. There we go again, saying too much. These kinds of things happen when you get old. I hope you understand. We admire young folks and feel proud of them, but we also envy them. So don't test my patience too much. I can't keep this position empty forever. Oh, and one more thing. I have a gift for you. Think of it as a tribute to the victor. What is it? I leave Kay's fate in your hands. Kill her, erase her memory, make her a slave, ignore her. The choice is entirely up to you. The call ends. I gazed at Kay, who was looking at me with sunken eyes. So things kind of took an interesting turn.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime, anywhere.
Erase my memory. What? Or kill me. Most of the stuff X said was complete nonsense. But there was an element of truth to some of it. Asking me to erase your memory is the same as asking me to kill you. I can't make that kind of decision. That's not who I am. They're both the same thing. I refuse to choose. Okay, you are not a puppet. You saw those records. I'm a bad person by anyone's measurement. All those deranged orders from 7, I obsessed over how to carry them out more efficiently. I claim to be making my own judgments, completely unaware that the outcome was already decided. And you carried them out flawlessly. Despite all of that, you never give up on life. What? Erasing memory may be close to dying, but it's not exactly the same. Why is it that you choose to have your memories erased instead of being killed? You want to know what? You want to know my theory? I think you wanted to fix things somehow. You were in too much pain and couldn't bear it, so you erased your memories. But even then, you couldn't run. You still wanted to restore justice with your own hands. In life, we face many imbalances. We pile on additional weight and remove others, attempting to balance the scales. But there's no such thing as perfect equilibrium. Rather than trying too hard to make everything balanced, in times like that, I tilt my head and then everything looks in order. It's a way to get by and keep living. I'm going. I'll see you later. Tilt your head and compromise. The thorns on Kay's gun spark ominously. There's no lasting damage, just pure pain. Perfect for extracting the truth. The methods used must be clean. There you go again. You're going to be up all night. Remember, clean methods make for a clean resolution. Alright. Stop going on about clean this and clean that. I'll do things my own way. Even if the means were immoral. Even if you did not act righteously, you still wanted to restore justice. There's more to it than that. I'm a villain. A bloodthirsty, vicious villain. What right do I have to talk about justice? You're on the right path as we speak. What? Miranda's just a person. Or Miranda's just person. Is she a perfect person? No. She's not without her flaws. But if you were to place her on a scale, they would certainly tip towards the side that's just. Even if others call her a criminal, and despite what occurred in Fog Hollow, she is still a righteous person. That's because she keeps striving to uphold what she feels is right. Up until now, you've left all that decision making up to me. Now, it's time for you to decide, Kay. So, what's it going to be? What is your decision? My decision is... Kay grits her teeth and slowly lifts her head. I really can't stand this. Twisting and smashing words together to try... twisting and smashing words together to try and force meanings, even when it makes no sense. Talking like you know everything when you don't have a clue. I tried to kill myself, for goodness sake. I'm too far gone. This is why I don't like humans. You don't like humans? No. At least, not before. I see. Doesn't seem like much has changed. You're right. Nothing has changed, and that's a bad thing. So, it's time we change that, starting now. I'll help. You? How? I'll have to think about it. Kay, looking more at ease, picks up the gun from the floor. Okay, show me them. Let me see for myself. Show me what righteousness is to you. And the road for justice I meant to follow. Road for justice, begin.
I stood for life back in my first fight.
Alright, now we'll blitz through hard mode.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Now all the hard mode fights are done, let's see about that bonus cutscene. Oh, it's Dean. So you couldn't bear the weight of the crown. I knew from the beginning that it would be too much for you. If you'd known that from the start, you should have told me. Besides, I haven't removed it. I've only let someone borrow it for a while. Someone willing to carry it in my stead. I've got a pretty good idea who it is. But still, that's very much your way of doing things. Right. Instead of balancing the scales, I tilt my head. You got a problem with that? Not really. Not right now. What matters is whether there is conviction behind your actions. Please, like you're so perfect. So what happened to your mission? Weren't you investigating that cult? I'm something of a free agent now. So I decided to come and help. So I decided to come and help out. A free agent? Yeah, I'm giving this whole vigilante thing a try. He said that he'd bear all the responsibility and that I could do whatever I wanted. He said he trusts me. He sure is a funny guy. Dee does not answer and taps at her phone. In Kay's pocket, her phone vibrates with a notification. Investigation data. Commit to memory. I guess it hasn't properly started yet. We need to be especially cautious with this mission. Right. They did say they would leave my fate to, or else us. But I'm still not convinced that they'll let me walk away from this. You can still opt out of this if you want. What's gotten into you? Let's go already. We have to make a righteous judgment. What are you looking at? Arcana was telling me all this stuff about self-suggestion. And it's supposed to be effective, so I'm giving it a try. You've changed. Yeah? You just said nothing changed. Well, I guess I did. Humans change. The same must go for NIKKEs who used to be human. I used to hate that. But I've decided not to let him get to me. But I've decided to not let it get to me. Not anymore. Dee turns around and walks away with a word. Or without a word. Kay follows. So, where do we start? We need to find someone. What's the name? Dipara? I guess is how it's pronounced. Dipara? Not sure. An old man reclines in a luxurious armchair, sipping from a glass. Speak. A male voice flows from the antique headset to the old man. A male voice flows from the antique headset the old man holds. Already finished? Then what's the agenda for next Monday? Take it easy. Everyone stumbles in the beginning. So you understand everything that's happening thus far? Or that's happened thus far? Are you referring to what Seven was handling? You're mistaken. That's been out of our hands for some time. It's already out of our control. I admire your passion that you want to succeed again. But remember, they are simply tools. It does not matter whether they succeed or fail. They simply need to exist. That's all. If you understand that, then you can get to work. There have been some complications, so you'll need to work that much harder. It's been a long time since I heard someone recite slogans by rote. Certainly not since Seven or automated voice systems. Such a rare trait to find in a young person these days. X pauses as he reaches again for his glass. The more I think about it, the more I like it. For the sake of a righteous judgment. Lord, for justice end.
I stood for life battle, believing in my first fight.
Kinda suspicious. But might as well do quick battles.
Did you see me out there? I did great.
There we go. Now to claim the mission rewards. Yeah, so we get that anime background of K being in the bathtub. And now we can go on a shopping spree to go the rewards. And yeah, when it comes to these advanced recruit vouchers, I'm more than likely going to save them for the collab. Though I'm pretty sure that during the collab itself, we're probably going to get access to more recruit vouchers as time goes on, which means we'll be able to potentially get increased chances to try and get copies of the 3 collab characters. I might as well get those. And I'll use a remaining bit for credits. There we go. So yeah, with that, Lord for Justice is pretty much done. So, by the time we return to NIKKE, aside from of course catching up in my video backlog, pretty much what's going to be next in terms of NIKKE is going to be seeing about getting underway with the NIKKE X Celebrate collab. So, more or less, K will be added to pretty much the base pool of characters, so I can easily put her in the wish list if anything. So I'm gonna hold on to those advanced recruit vouchers and the gems I have remaining, and put them towards the collab characters, being Eve, Raven, and Lily. So pretty much the next time we return to NIKKE, we're gonna see about hopping into the, well, pretty much the NIKKE X Celebrate collab, and I'll pretty much go into detail as to everything that's going on with the collab, and then of course we'll get underway with the collab itself and whatnot, and then we'll pretty much see what that's all about. And hey, being that the 3 collab characters do have English dub, or the English dialogue, that could mean that this will be probably the first ever collab in NIKKE that's actually fully voiced.
I think I can do it.
And if that's the case, then that'd be very, very awesome to see. But we will see all about that with the official launch of the collab, and I'll also go into detail about a special bonus skin that is evolved in tandem with the PC release of Stellar Blade. But again, that's all part of the details I'll go into during the collab itself. So with that, we will call it here, and I'll see you next time with some more Gossip Victory NIKKE. And hey, if you enjoyed, please leave a like down below, and hey, potentially subscribe for more, and well, for not just more NIKKE, but for more of my content in general. And I'll see you all next time. Take care.